the Messiah will appear after the Jews return to Israel. Bible passage Jeremiah chapter 23 verses 3 to 6, to be fulfilled in the end times. In Jeremiah chapter 23 verses 3 to 6, there is a prophecy that indicates when the Messiah is to appear in the land of Israel. Jeremiah said that it would be after the exiled people of Israel return to their homeland. From a Christian point of view, this is of special interest because Jesus is supposed to appear twice, and this coincides with the fact that the people of Israel have been expelled from their homeland twice, and that they are currently in possession of returning after the second expulsion. More than 2,500 years ago, the Assyrians and the Babylonians forced the people of Israel out of their homeland. Many returned during the centuries that followed, and then Jesus appeared about 2,000 years ago and announced that he is the Messiah. Later, the people of Israel were again forced out of their land by the Romans in 70 AD and 135 AD and scattered to countries throughout the world. But during the last 2 centuries, millions of exiled Jews around the world have returned to their ancient homeland, and this is one of the reasons why Christians say that the world is being prepared for the return of Jesus Christ, because as Jeremiah had prophesied long ago, the Messiah is to appear after the people of Israel return to their land. The phrase in Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 5, "I will raise up to David a righteous branch, a king," refers to the Messiah, and he will be a king and a descendant of King David, who reigned over Israel about 3,000 years ago. Christians believe that when Jesus returns, he will establish a kingdom of peace and righteousness. Jeremiah chapter 23 verses 3 to 6. "I myself will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries where I have driven them, and will bring them back to their pasture, where they will be fruitful and increase in number. I will place shepherds over them, who will tend them, and they will no longer be afraid or terrified, nor will any be missing, declares Yahweh. The days are coming, declares Yahweh, when I will raise up to David a righteous branch, a king who will reign wisely and do what is just and right in the land. In his days Judah will be saved and Israel will live in safety. This is the name by which he will be called, Yahweh our righteousness."